Hey guys, Vazzy back here, and in today's video, we're going to see what would happen if all the members of the Tkachuk family played together on the same team here in NHL 24. So I have gone through in-game and put all the members of the Tkachuk family on the Florida Panthers for this video. So first off, you have Brady Tkachuk, obviously 4th overall pick of the Ottawa Senators back in 2018, is their captain now. He is an absolutely phenomenal player, still locked up on a 5-year contract with them. He is our first line left wing. Centering the line, we have Keith Tkachuk. In-game, EA has him rated at an 86 overall. He was the 19th pick in the 1990 draft by the Winnipeg Jets. I actually got to meet him about a year ago now. Seemed like a nice guy from the very short interaction I had with him. Again, I don't know what contract here EA gave him in game. And lastly, obviously, Matthew Tkachuk. He comes in with a 91 overall rating in-game. He was the former 6th overall pick of the Calgary Flames, obviously traded for Jonathan Huberdeau a few years back, and signed a big extension with the Panthers. Obviously the money's off because we're adding 2 extra players in, but you see what I mean. So going over everything, I put them all on the power play together. They're on with Barkov and Reinhart on the first line power play. Also on the 4-man power play, I have the 3 of them together with Tarasenko. And then also on the penalty kill, lastly here, I have them all on the first line penalty kill with Mikko Nikola. So very interested to see how these guys will sim in game. But with that being said, let's start the simulation. So for now, let's just go to the April point, end of the season, and see where this team ends up. Obviously, you have to expect playoffs here. Just the Florida Panthers alone, you'd probably expect a pretty deep playoff run from them. So let's see how they will do with the addition of 2 extra Tkachuks to the roster. I gotta say, I wonder if one day we'll ever see both of the Tkachuk brothers alone play together. Obviously, Keith, at this point, he's not coming back to the NHL. That was however many years ago. He is 1000% done, but I wonder if you'll ever see Brady and Matthew play together on the same team. Like I was showing earlier, both of them do have rather long contracts right now. Obviously, Brady 5 years with the Senators and 7 years left for Matthew with the Panthers, so it might be a little while till we see that, but I wonder if that's something that we would ever see, down the road. Going back to the sim here, the Panthers are absolutely crushing it early on, as we sit 20-10-6, which is good for first place in the Atlantic Division. By the look of things, we just have a slight edge over the Bruins and Lightning, although it looks like they actually just passed us here in game as the simulation continues, closing in on wherever the All-Star break would be here if that was in the game. Definitely need to see that added back in here one of these years, but it's a story for another day. Sitting 28-17-7 now, as we're now closing in a couple of weeks out from the NHL trade deadline, which we just passed here in real life now a couple weeks ago as I am recording this. Not 100% sure when this will go live, but here we are at the trade deadline against the Flames. Obviously just go and sim right through this, not making any trades here. Computer trades are off. And there is our 40th win of the year. Only 20 losses and 7 overtime losses, so we're sitting in a very good position here. Again, more or less guaranteed playoff spot for sure now, which is always good to see. You never know how the sim is going to go in these EA games. I've seen some very, very surprising results. As we have our last 2 games of the season, we will finish with a record of 47-26-9. So let us go and take a look at all of the stats here on the season. First, looking at the team stats, we finished 2nd in the Atlantic, just behind the Boston Bruins. In the NHL, we finished 5th place, had 103 points on the season, only averaging 3.26 goals for per game and 2.88 goals against average. That's more or less what our team stats are looking at. Jumping over to players here, you love to see it, all the 3 Tkachuks leading the way here on the Panthers. So 86, 78, and 58 points respectively. 34 goals for Matthew, 33 for Brady, and 23 goals for Keith Tkachuk. So it looks like the 3 of them all here had pretty good success. Take a look at just everyone's points here. Wow, McDavid put up 124. That's actually really high for the simulation. Let's see, where is Matthew there? At the bottom of the first page. That's not too bad at all. And I don't think Brady would, yeah, Brady's not too far behind him as well. So obviously Keith will be a bit further down the list, but very good season here for the three Tkachuks in game. Let's see who we are facing in the first round of the playoffs. It will be the Toronto Maple Leafs. So this should be a lot of fun here. Obviously the Leafs want revenge for last year's Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 1 here is a huge win in overtime, 5-4. Game number 2 here, again in Florida, a 1-0 shutout loss by the Leafs. Game number 3 here, huge 7-4 win. We take the lead back in the series. Another win, 4-3. Just need one more win here to move on. Leafs do take that one, 5-4. Game 6 here, we take it in overtime. We're going to 7 here against the Leafs. Let's see, let's jump into this one, why not? See if any of the Tkachuks here can play hero. First period, it is 0-0. Second period, 1-1. Nylander and Kevin Stenlund. Marner opens the scoring right away here in the third period. Not what you want to see. Come on, guys. We need one of the Tkachuks to step up here and be the hero late. Power play late in the third. Killed off by the Leafs, unfortunately. We do have the edge in shots. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Just over a minute. And the Leafs add one. Connor Dewar gets the empty netter, and that will seal the fate of the Florida Panthers here in game. So an unfortunate first round exit here to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Take a look at the scoring in those 7 games. So let me see here. Brady Tkachuk and Matthew Tkachuk both put up 5 points in 7 games. 3 goals, 2 goals, 3 assists, 2 assists. And Keith Tkachuk, he put up 3 points. He had 2 goals in the first game and only 1 assist in the following 6. So, that is unfortunate. I definitely was hoping for a bit of a longer playoff run here, but it is what it is. Let me sim to the end of the playoffs. Take a look at the playoff tree and the awards before wrapping up the video. So once again, the Vegas Golden Knights are the Stanley Cup champions. They defeated the Carolina Hurricanes, St. Louis Blues, Edmonton Oilers, and Vancouver Canucks to win their second consecutive Stanley Cup here in this universe. Let's jump over to the awards here quickly. Again, team awards, I think we know more or less everything here. I think McDavid, for the most part, cleaned up. For the most part, he had 124 points. Yeah, there's 3 awards already. Bedard does get the Calder. Sorokin gets the Vezina. Anything else standing out? Yeah, another award for McDavid there. And Pasternak gets the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy. So I think overall that is going to do it for today's video here. Looking at the 3 Tkachuks in game and adding them all to the same team here in NHL 24. Let me know, is there any other family connections or family ties you want to see me do this with in a future video? I'll probably do the Hughes brothers again at some point, not too sure, but leave that all down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video.